here, guys, is these engine covers right here, okay? So my car is a Ford Mustang GT50, and it has 3 different engine covers. So what we're going to paint is going to be these. As you can see, they're gray, they're plastic, they're boring, right? So we're going to make those black and red. We're going to make this part here red, the Ford part black, this part here black. Over here on the engine cover, we're going to make this part here red, black, and I know this is already black, but we're going to go ahead and spray paint it black. Now, as you can see, I just took these off the car. They are filthy, so our first step is going to be to clean them. But let me show you the supplies that you're going to need. So I went to Walmart and AutoZone and picked up the supplies. That'll save you a whole heck of a lot of money. So what do we got? We got our paints. We have our red, black, clear, okay? A sip of green to degrease the parts and clean them. Rubbing alcohol. For when you're done prepping, you wipe it down with rubbing alcohol to get all the residue off and everything else like that. You got your Scotch-Brite, that's to rough up the surface. And for prepping, sponges to help clean. Sandpaper, again, for prepping. We have a little bit of black paint here that's going to be to get into the lettering here. As you can see, the lettering is very fine, so we got a little bit of extra black paint and some brushes to get in there. You're going to need an X-Acto knife to help cut the tape properly. Of course, you got your blue tape, your plastics to help protect what you don't want to have painted, and your brushes. And that's going to be it. Alright guys, so we're going to start off with the first set. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my parts outside, spray them down with Simple Green, we're going to scrub them, we're going to rinse them off, we're going to clean them real good. Alright, so this is going to be a couple part series, so whatever we don't get done in this video, it will be done in another video. So, let's get started. Alright guys, so the first part of anything you're going to paint is going to be prep, okay? Now, as I showed you before, all these parts are they're pretty dirty. They just came off the car, so the first step is going to be cleaning them. So I'm going to use a Simple Green and a sponge and a hose. So let's get started. First thing we're going to do is we're going to spray them down. Grab our sponges, Simple Green. Okay guys, now that all your parts are nice and dry and clean, the next step we're going to want to do is to prepare them for paint. Now, whether you know it or not, whenever they cast plastic pieces, they put a protective coat on here, okay? So if you were just to spray paint this right now, chances are it would not stick properly. You would have parts that start running and everything. It's just not going to stick properly. So what you're going to want to do is rough the surfaces up, smooth them out, and get that protective coating off of there. So that's what we're going to do. So what I got to do that with, I got this 400 Gator 600, so 400 grit on this side, 600 on this side, okay? And I also got Scotch-Brite. So what you're going to want to do is just get in here, really get in there and rough it up. I'm not sure how well you can pick that up, but what you're going to want to do is get in here and rough up your surfaces. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use the sandpaper. Okay, I'm going to get in here with the sandpaper and really start scuffing it up. Alright? So as you can see here, we're starting to scuff up the surface real good. 600 to, you can either use the 600, I'm going to use the 400 starting out. And what this is, remember, don't forget to get your sides, okay? Don't forget to get your sides everywhere where you're going to paint. See how it's scuffing it up? That's going to make a good surface for the paint to adhere to. And this also is going to take down some of this texture that the original part came with, so that the paint is smoother. Because that's what I want. I want a smooth, high, pretty glossy shine. We're going to see how it turns out, but I'm going to do my best to do that. So. Okay guys, so as you can see here, this one here, I don't know if you can really pick it up on the camera, is a lot duller. Okay, this one here still has kind of a sheen to it, still has some protecting on it. This one here has been pretty well prepped. It's sanded and Scotch-Brite. So that's what you're going to want to do. So what I'm going to do now is pause the video. I'm going to do the rest of them. I'm going to show you what I got when I'm done. Okay, so now that we have these all nice and prepped, I don't know if you can really see it, but they're dulled out. I've sanded them, used Scotch-Brite on them. The last step to prepping is going to be using alcohol. Just some plain paper towels. So what this is going to do is it's going to help to take, there's a fine layer of dust on here from sanding and using Scotch-Brite, and you don't want to paint over that because that could affect how the paint lays on here and everything else. So this will also let you see where you may have missed. If you've missed any spots that maybe you can correct with the Scotch-Brite pad or whatever. And so it's going to take away that dust and that debris and make it a nice clean surface for you to apply paint to. So that's what we're going to do now. Alright. So this should be pretty dang straightforward. You're just taking alcohol and wiping everything down. The alcohol will dry real nice and fast. Clean off all the debris. So now that is a finished prepped product. This should be good for paint. It's nice and smooth. It's ready to go. So we're going to do the same thing here with this one here. This one here is ready to go, so we're going to move that out of the way.